Is he right? Finally, I'm going to talk about a guy who was doing carnivore, a guru who quit, and the reasons why. But was he right? This one's very interesting, so stay tuned and let's get into it. Welcome, everyone, to my very humble life. Yes, very humbled. Still in a camper, but my homes will be done soon. I digress. Let's go right on into the subject of, is he right? It's normally, is she right? But I've been doing this series where I'm listening to people talk about their experiences with a carnivore diet, good, bad, or indifferent, and putting my commentary on it. Sometimes it lands well and sometimes it don't, but I don't care. So let's go for it. Now, let's bring up this dude right here. This guy, his channel is called the Vegetable Police. And back in the day, I was so consumed by how anyone would ever go vegan that I became entrenched in all these vegan channels and the drama, and they would fight with each other. It was literally pure entertainment. And he was one that caught my eye because he was very hilarious, but had serious colitis issues and developed histamine intolerance to foods and pain and issues. Well, with that said, he's actually done a few videos on my channel, which respectfully, I think that's kind of cool. I should probably find them and review his comments on my video, but I'll do that later. Okay, Vegetable Police has colitis, and people who develop colitis and inflammatory bowel disease, the microvilli, the little hairs, let me pull this up this way. The little hairs on your intestinal wall become broken off or can become broken off, and you can have irritation within the small intestine and the large intestine, the transverse and the ascending colon, whereas a lot of people have these issues, and so they might poo blood, or they might develop also peptic ulcers. They might develop massive food sensitivities, and they lose a ton of weight and can't put on any weight because every time they eat, they get scared, which is why people try carnivore or even veganism. So let's listen a little bit to his description of his life. Now, he's hilarious, but he is a little bit pedantic, and I tried to do this video last night. I started falling asleep, not because of him, just because I'm so friggin' burnt from building houses and taking care of 11 animals, 9 horses and donkeys. I know. I didn't take care of my mom, but let's do this. All right, Vegetable Police, what say you?
Let's talk about it. So this has been a fun couple weeks. Jesus, monkey love. Why don't monkeys love me? I managed to give myself full-blown ulcerative colitis back. I lost like 90 pounds. I'm tired. Help me.
Now,
Why am I drinking the most acidic fruit known to man?
He's no longer carnivore, and he's gone flip-flop from carnivore to veganism so many times. I just have to preface that.
It burns me. So basically, I'm a moron, a lovable moron.
You are.
And I know I'm allergic to dairy. Why would I take that in? I discovered it. Back in 2012, I ate a big block of sheep cheese. I had the worst colitis flare-up of my life, and I finally pinpointed. I was like, oh, that's why. Holy shit, I'm allergic to dairy. Once I stopped the dairy, I've never had another flare. It's 2019 now. It's been 30 years. I've been fine. I got curious about kefir. I keep hearing all these miracle stories of people healing their guts from kefir. Milk, kefir, the fermentation, the little grains are just so beneficial, and everybody's curing everything. I'm like, maybe I can do that. I wanted to add in some more plants back, and I figure I need the beneficial bacteria. That's the ultimate way to do it. Can I handle the dairy, though? Was the ultimate question. The ultimate answer is no. I cannot handle it. I bleed internally. It's
Yes. So a lot of people experience this thing called cross reactivity, where we fuck up the food so much here in the US that people who develop wheat gluten intolerance can go to Europe and they're fine on, well, most people are fine on the wheat products, but here in the US, not so much. And your body can do a thing called cross reactivity, which it'll take dairy and stamp it like it is wheat. And you go from being gluten intolerant to dairy intolerant to avocado intolerant to certain plants intolerant and to bacteria intolerance. And now you're intolerant to everything. And a lot of people develop this issue, and it can spawn from if you're not vaginally birthed, if you're a C-section baby, if you had a bunch of schmacks, schmaxes, for those who know my language, when you know, you know. Yeah. As a child, when you're getting on that schedule, it can happen from pesticides, heavy metals, stress, plastics, phthalates, lead, ton of stuff. And the quality of father's sperm and like what your mother ate in utero. But let's continue.
as soon as I started eating it, I started getting cramps. That should have been a warning sign. I 100% am feeling some cramps from it. There's no doubt about it.
Look at his face here as well when he just took the dairy in. He literally swelled up like a balloon. And a lot of people don't understand. You can gain 15 pounds of water in a day or two from inflammation. So a lot of people don't know the difference between fat gain. They're like, oh, I did this diet and I gained fat. And like, you might have gained a lot of water eating mono foods that you thought were good for you, like this guy.
But I feel like they're healing cramps.
No.
They're healing cramps. They weren't healing cramps. You jackass. Vegetable, please, I hate you. So we start getting cramps, and I'm like, all right, that'll pass. That's bound to pass. What passed was blood
Oh.
and demons.
Mm.
Demon blood out of my ass. I continued it because, like, day 3 in, I finally had, like, the perfect bowel movement. It was.
It sounds like he has inflammation in the ascending colon rather than the transverse if he's seeing red in his stool. But yeah, it's not like he's allergic because he has no anaphylactic response, but he's definitely highly sensitive due to all those factors I mentioned previously.
Formed, I was like, oh, okay, this is working. It's doing something good. And then it just got worse after that, progressively and diametrically. I don't know what that word means. Did it fit? It didn't fit. So maybe 2 or 3 weeks into eating kefir every day, I noticed blood. Finally, I was like, is that blood? It was red, and I was like, what the hell? Oh, fuck. I was like, shit. So I just.
Why the reason why he's seeing blood is his body will stamp the protein in the milk or the raw milk or the butter or the kefir as a inflammatory agent to the body. So your body freaks out when you're having these milk proteins to the point where there's so much inflammation that responses to become inflamed that you can see red in your stool.
Stopped immediately, but colitis is just this slow growing illness that you can't just halt it. It's like, okay, I'll stop eating that thing, just stop. Oh no, you can't. It's like a snowball downhill. It's not like acne where you can eat something terrible that you know gives you acne. Like nutritional yeast always gave me acne. I can eat that. Within 3 days, I'll break out. I can stop eating the yeast, and within like 5 or 6 days, those zits will go away, and then we move on with our life. But this is like, even if you stop, that train's in motion.
Yeah.
So it's been going. I don't know how long. 3 weeks. My life's a blur. My life's a blur. It is so painful. I forgot how painful this illness is. It just feels.
And look how friggin' young this guy is. I know this is 2019, and I know that I'm 58, and everybody who is younger seems so young. But yeah, colitis is horrible. Once you literally develop inflammatory bowel disease, it takes like a year to get better because you keep not creating the environment that the gut needs to get better. Now, clearly it says why I'm no longer carnivore. So we already know as a precursor that did not work. But let's continue.
Feels like something's stuck in there, right above my ass, right where it leaves. That's where all the pain is, right concentrated there. In
Yeah.
my bladder, I'm peeing fire. I
Yeah.
pee fire. So I've just been so exhausted. Like, just imagine running to the bathroom like 20 times a day. Diarrhea, painful, bloody diarrhea, where I'm thinking,
Good God. And he developed IBS too. So every time he eats, the body is just inflamed. Now, everything he eats probably is making his body freak out. And then he is going to the bathroom. The body's just trying to dump everything that's inflaming him.
I'm gonna pass out on the toilet. I'm just like, holy shit. And then I get up and I'm like, oh, okay. Initially, when I first saw the blood, I was thinking, can I heal this on the carnivore diet? So I just started eating meat like regular, and it was just so painful. I was like, there's no way. I can't, no way. I was always curious because I healed mine on the fruit diet. And the carnivore thing, once I was healed, felt pretty good in my gut. But while you're in a flare, don't even think about it. It's just
Well,
rocks, rock.
so he's trying to digest protein. So his body's not digesting it well. We don't know how much stomach acid if he has hypochlorhydria. We don't know if he doesn't produce enough protease, which is the protein enzyme to digest protein. And yeah, it's going to feel like rocks moving through your digestive system. Plus, what you do not consume. That's why the what's her face? Bella from the Steak and Butter Gal is so stupid when she says that when you don't poop, it's normal because your body uses up all the protein, which we all know that it has to be a lean protein and in smaller amounts. And somebody's got a perfect digestive system and will utilize that protein, its structure and energy. And for him, it was really painful.
So I just stopped eating meat. I did a juice fast for 9 days, 9 full John Rose days. I was gonna go the distance. I was dying, so tired. I was just like, something's gotta change here. So I had a cantaloupe. We had fiber. It does make me bleed, but it's going well so far. So that's what I've been going through. We've been doing this 30.
The reason why I like picking this 2019 video when I was watching this guy is because, I mean, this is real. I work with people who are this bad. And when I have these consultations where people are like, oh my God, I'm so bad, I know. And I'm like, no, no, no. There are people worse than you, like this individual right here. He has it really, really, really bad. And the thing is, he goes all in every time he tries something instead of going much slower in trying something new, like just a half a teaspoon rather than the whole freaking carton.
days of no diet talk, and I'm falling apart. My life is just crumbling, and I'm trying to like make happy videos about stuff, and I'm just like, you have to be warned about the kefir. Don't drink the kefir. So yeah, we have to cut that short. I got the blood test back. They are absolutely terrible. We'll go through that. So right now I'm no longer carnivore. My monkey ass has been vegan for like 13 days or something. I don't even know what path to take now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm back on the healing path that I know should be healing. Fruits and veggies, antioxidants. It's like I'm kind of tired of doing the opposite.
All right, guys, let's kind of take a moment, right? Because this is very, very interesting. Let's take a moment. He's gone back to fruits and vegetables. And that just sort of debunks this whole, every time I look at these comments, when people are saying they're struggling in the comment section of my videos, you'll have these ding dongs like, oh my God, all you have to do is eat meat and fast and your stomach's going to be perfect. Like, how stupid are these people? Like the JJ Kool-Aid, for those who know. Yeah, no, tomfoolery. It doesn't work for a lot of people because they develop inflammatory bowel disease and everything they eat is becoming kind of destroying their health. And as you can see, even with Michaela Peterson, you had to move around her meats because she starts to develop a histamine response, an inflammatory response, a histamine response. And when histamine remains in the system too long, it begins to tear down tissue. When tissues are being torn down, you fracked. Okay. And he keeps flipping to new things and it's just not getting better. He's like saying that fiber makes him bleed, meat makes him bleed, right? He's going to all in at this juncture. So let's continue. So now we know that people have to quit carnivore because they feel sick. Sorry, you zealots out there who are like into carnivore like it's a cult. Let's continue with Vegetable Police's breakdown because I think he's very transparent, unlike some of the women I've been talking about. And I just want to put out there, some people are like, oh my God, you're so mean. I'm like, no, 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 no. I'm not, I'm holding back so much of what I really think in the context of trying to be respectful. Like it's all by perception from the audience. But I don't have anything really horrible to say to this individual because he's being completely transparent and he ain't trying to make $1 million off of this.
Opposite diet, where like fruits and veggies are not healing, bacon is a superfood, cholesterol is amazing, number one. It's like, what have I been doing? I've been reading that medical medium book again, and a light bulb went off for me. Remember when I did the 21-day water fast in Thailand, and then I broke it with a raw egg, and then I died and left my body? I had an appendix attack, and it was just so painful. I was like, oh my God. And I'm reading his book, and he's saying colitis is caused by the shingles virus. Listen to this. He goes through, like, there's a couple different strains of it, and some prefer the lower extremities. He said one of the varieties causes leg numbness, and that's what.
Now, I don't necessarily believe that. I think that there's an even deeper underlying cause rather than breaking out in shingles. And then that's the root cause of why you have gut inflammation. No, I don't believe that at all. And I don't really think that y'all should too, but you guys have your own prerogative. There's a lot of toxins out there in the reality in which we live. We live in the matrix. We just do. So everything that we understand is so subjective. And people who work in institutions in the medical industry will straight out tell you this, that, and a third, and they're wrong too. I mean, the human body is simple and way more complex than most people on this planet realize who are in establishments. Let's continue.
What happened to me after that attack. My legs went numb, and I was like, what the hell's happened to me? Is this diabetic neuropathy? Like, I was getting worried. That's what I thought it was. But no, it's the shingles virus. That's what killed me in Thailand. That's like the water fast must have weakened me so much.
Exactly. And that's why shingles would appear is because a weakened immune system. It's kind of like Lyme disease or the alpha gal syndrome that's going on where people get bit by a tick and then they can't tolerate red meat. It all comes down to the individual's immune system. If it's weak, your body cannot fight off what's going on. It just can't. And a lot of people do not realize how compromised their immune system is. They just don't. They can't see it. I can see it with my eyeballs. Like I could see it in him rather, that his face is red, even though he doesn't have the swollen cheeks anymore, his skin, he still looks inflamed at this juncture.
The shingles virus just was having a field day and moving around in my colon. Then I fed it the eggs that.
Now, mind you, this is his perception of reality. He thinks that the shingles is because I'm more of a trained person. He thinks that the shingles is moving through his intestine, but it really isn't. It's just inflammation from stacking too many things he didn't address because he's thrown too much at the kitchen sink.
It loved. It knew. It asked for the eggs. The shingles virus controls my brain, and it asked for the eggs, and then it ate them, and then it pooed on me, and then I died. That's what happened. That's the reality here. So I'm going back to the truth. I'm gonna dive deep into this medical medium protocol. Does he get his information from a ghost spirit that nobody can see but himself? Yeah, he does. So I see it. I believe him. I hear spirits myself.
Burn down your nearest church.
I will do that.
Join Scientology.
What? Burn what? The funny thing is, before I left to go to Thailand, I was doing that.
What a charming guy, right? Like, he's been through so much and he's still, his tonality is just so, like, easy. It's easy. It's not antiquated. Even though it's antiquated, but it's not at the same time.
medical medium approach, and my digestion was better than it's ever been. Like, even on this carnivore diet, it's nice to not have any bloating and gas, but things were moving through me with such regularity and like no pain. I was like, even though I'm eating like these harsh fibrous vegetables, and now it feels like I can't tolerate anything. So I
Exactly.
was doing that for a while, and that's what made me go to Thailand. I was like, this raw food hippie shit is the truth, son. So I wanted to go to Thailand to do it better, but I ended up not doing it at all. I got addicted to restaurants. I did fruit for like 14 days. I ate lots of fruit, but I couldn't do the celery juice. I didn't buy a juicer. The celery was super expensive. It's like, I can do that better here, or organic food. It's like, what am I doing?
So people do celery juice who've got inflammatory bowel disease and stomach ulcers because there are agents. I got to find out exactly what it is, but there are agents within the celery that supposedly um, heal a inflamed digestive parts of the digestive tract. Like for him, it's colitis. And like, what was the quality of his foods? I think he was doing grass fed, but I know it's really hard to get grass fed in Thailand, so I'm not really sure.
What did I do? I wasted all that time in Thailand of a carnivore diet. So my plan is just do his protocol and get some of his supplements that target those viral activities. Like lysine destroys the virus. There's this one herb, lobelia. It's a flower, and it
He's
kills
been
the
taught.
shingles virus. I can't wait to get that.
He's been taught that there are, I'm going to say sclerosis, just to break up the YouTube algorithm. There is none. It's just that he has a weakened immune system from a ton of things, and he's looking for the one reason why he has colitis. There is no one reason, you guys. Unfortunately, it's a stacking of like 15 things, and then the bridge collapses or the levee collapses. Let's continue.
I'm going to drink liters of it all day long. I need to kill these viral actions. So it's been a rough couple weeks, but we're back. We're back to something that makes somewhat sense. The ghost spirit teaches us about health, and we follow his advice. So it's a good, solid plan. Do I look skinnier? I've lost like 20 pounds in 2 months, I think. Since upping the fat, and then it's just been a slow downward trend towards skeleton. Skeletons are handsome. That's what we're going for. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, this carnivore thing. I feel like it was just such the wrong path. Like I felt so many benefits from it, but I feel like it just damaged so many organs. So I can't feel good promoting it anymore. And it
Do you see what I'm saying? And it's like, if you go through, he has so many videos when he was doing carnivore, like actively, he was like, I'm building muscle, I'm feeling amazing. But then like people aren't sure, why am I still feeling crappy when all these carnivore gurus like Chafee and whomever are, and Steak and Butter Gal, the real zealots about eating meat, will say that it heals everything. Well, why isn't it healing him? Exactly. It's not. It's a plethora and a multitude of reasons why people develop inflammatory anything, and a diet alone ain't going to fix you.
feels good to be vegan again for now. We'll see what happens with all that. I would love to be like plant-based, but add in the mussels or the oysters instead of having to supplement B12 and DHA and all the certain things where you can just get that. There's probably undiscovered things in oyster clams that we need,
Oh,
and they're little
everything.
rocks. They look like rocks.
Oysters have iodine, selenium. A lot of women aren't getting enough iodine and selenium. And then they'll do goitrogenic plants like the cruciferous family, for example, which I'll go more into that later. They will have parasites, they'll have heavy metal exposure, they will have stress, cortisol, blood sugars all over the place. And yeah, there are too many reasons why the body fails. And I think that a lot of gurus do not focus on that. They just think that meat heals. And it can, but everything's got to be contextually.
Who gives a shit? You can't be, it's cute. Oysters aren't cute, so it's okay to eat them.
Yeah, so oysters have vitamin C in them, iodine, selenium, small amounts of vitamin D, E, A, K. But the thing that's really amazing is that they really are parallel to liver. And we need iodine and selenium. And that's what I was originally trying to say. When you're eating goitrogenic foods, you're not absorbing things very well, your gut's weak, you're not getting enough iodine and selenium from sea salts, for example. But yeah, a lot of people don't have enough iodine and selenium as well as zinc and copper.
I don't want to eat cute little cows and things that can smile at me. Although the oyster can smile, he opens his thing. That's them smiling. I'm a criminal. So I think that's it. We'll make the blood test video next. Go through all my blood test results that are so favorable. My cholesterol certainly didn't rise. Nope.
And that's a shame because that means his fats aren't high enough. And the higher the cholesterol, the better. I mean, as long as your calcium score is good and your blood pressure is good and your LDL small particles are fine and they're not sticky, then high cholesterol means high buoyant LDLs, HDLs. Yeah, it's a good thing. Don't let them scare you. But with that said, let's stop right here and check out his channel and his journey. I just find him to be a sweetheart. So go check out the Vegetable Police. Now he is not trying to be like myself, which is like, I'm trying to help people. He's just sharing his stories, and he will flip-flop 5,000 times. And you're like, dude, what are you doing? But a lot of people can resonate because they're so jealous and getting jealous. Was that a Freudian slip? They are so, what's the word? They are so frustrated in trying to get their health together that they will try to do anything. And I don't want people to get to that point where they'll just try anything that a guru suggests because the guru suggests that it's a miracle. This will fix everything. And I'm the one that I'm like, nope, look at the Vegetable Police. Look at his story, how the carnivore diet didn't fix him at all. I know. So comment below, share this content. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. Facebook fan page is Stephanie the Business Person. I do consultations. I do run a course where I cover all 3 diets. And I like to hit the dietary measures in a different angle. Right? Now, what would I do with him? I would have to talk to him personally, to be honest. I don't know. He did this in Thailand years ago. And I probably would have started him very, very slow on everything and did a lot of food experiments, journaling before going all in. And I think that he is more of a all in type of person, and some people can't. They got to go really slow. And that's that. So I have a ton of energy. It's so beautiful today, you guys. It's blue, the skies, there's no smears, there's no diarrhea, there's no Vaseline over the sun. It's just gorgeous. And I'm out. Peace. Now here's a commentary video where I like the fact that he is just being real, even in the not being real, talking to a computer or a camera or a phone, because that's not a real conversation. But there's a humility to him. And my other commentary videos, I'm coming across as maybe more critical because people are coaching and saying that they're feeling amazing while disclosing that to their audience, where he's telling people, this is my journey, follow me. I haven't figured it out yet. So go and subscribe to his channel. Definitely. If anything, he's hilarious and very cool. And I'm out. Peace. Energy at 58, soon to be 59, 18 years on this diet. And I've learned a lot myself. It has not been an easy ride, but it's getting better and better for me doing a ketogenic diet. But some people, need to do carbs, and some people do well for the short term on a carnivore diet. And I'm out. Peace.